Transportation. Transportation is a $10 trillion industry. This is one of the largest industries in the world. A $2 trillion automotive car industry, $5 trillion taxi, shuttle, services, transportation as a service industry, trucking industry on top of that, all together $10 trillion. A massive industry. There's so much we could do to improve this particular industry with AI. And one of the most exciting areas of development, of course, is the self-driving car, autonomous cars. Now, autonomous driving promises to bring in a world where it is simply safer, where people, because cars with AI could be thinking all the time, watching all around, always in attention, never gets tired, sensors everywhere, and so it has just superhuman capabilities to keep you out of harm's way. It can increase the productivity of your fleet of cars and fleet of taxis. And of course, with fewer accidents, insurances will go down. Just the amount of capabilities necessary to make this dream possible has never been possible until today. We've not been able to understand what it would take to create a world of autonomous vehicles until deep learning with GPUs made it possible for us to finally believe that an AI car is possible, that an artificial intelligent car is possible. Now, first of all, let me tell you why I call it an AI car. An AI car is not a car with a smart detection camera. It's not a car with just radar. Radar and cameras are detectors. However, in order to have autonomous driving, you need a lot more capability than detecting an object in front of you and stopping. Artificial intelligence includes perception, seeing, hearing, and understanding what is around your environment. Number two, reasoning. Based on what you see, what is the best course of action? Should you continue to drive? Should you change lanes? Should you stop? Or should you come to a more cautious, slower speed? Or pull to the side? The car reasoning in all of this infinite amount of conditions in the world is a very complicated problem. And then lastly, once it reasons about the environment, it has to create an action plan. What is the course of action? What is the course of action? This is end-to-end an AI problem. It's an AI computing problem, not just an object detection problem. AI computing, as you've been hearing, is finally here. We can now finally, for the first time, imagine the end-to-end solution to realize this vision of an autonomous vehicle future and a hope of transforming and revolutionizing this incredible industry, $10 trillion industry. I'm going to show you a couple of videos just to give you a sense. The first video, this is running on a little tiny computer like the one I just showed you. And what we're doing here is we're detecting the areas in front of you that are safe to drive. Not just detecting the object to stop. Detecting the object to stop. Object detection. This is recognizing in front of you what is a place that's safe to drive. Okay? So it's reasoning about, it's looking in front of you and it's thinking, where can I drive? If there's a person in front of you, of course, you should stop. It's not safe. You should see that it's safe to drive all the way up to the bottom of that car. You could see that it's safe to drive except for the curb and the cars parked around you. That's safe space. The opposite of recognizing objects. Because how many objects would we have to recognize in order to conclude that we are safe? There are cars, there are cows, there are trees, there are houses, there are bicycles, there are pedestrians. There are so many things to detect. And there's so many things that would be unexpected for us to detect. But if we detected what was safe, we could understand where to drive. We also want to reason based on the things that we see. What is the volume of that object? And so this is 3D car detection. Not just the poster of the car or the image of the car, but what is the 3D volume of that car? Because we might decide to turn in front of it. We might decide to pull in front of it in a lane change. Okay, so these are some of the examples of capabilities. There's so much more software that goes into AI computing. And what I wanted to do is I've integrated everything and we put it into one car, the NVIDIA self-driving car. We called this car, this little robot, the BB-8. Now what you're about to see, this video, what you're about to see is BB-8 driving in a variety of road conditions, as well as a variety of environmental conditions. The important thing to realize is this. BB-8 was not programmed to perform any of the actions that you see. BB-8 was not programmed to perform these driving skills. BB-8 learned it by watching us. Okay, so BB-8 learned how to drive by watching us. Let's take a look at it now.
Oh yeah, good. The universal sign for auto.